the boy who has brought in for ice. It was a dark and stormy day. The room was filled up by the intense amount of screams.
Come on. Push. You can do it. It's almost there.
The midwife passionately tries to deliver the baby.
Ah! I can't do it anymore. It hurts. Just please, take it out of me.
The mother cries in deep agony and fear.
It's a healthy baby boy.
The midwife then proceeded to hand it over to the mother.
I don't want to see it. Please, just don't. That baby is not mine.
She then looks away. It was a rainy day. The entire place came into the grasp of darkness. Black clouds starting to roar, and the road was turning into smaller villains. Children outside were jumping and playing in dirty puddles. It was a rainy Christmas evening for our family, and we decided to go to our province for a vacation.
Mama, I got you a gift.
The mother irritatedly looked at the gift and focused back in driving.
I made it for you. I know you really like this.
You know what? Stop calling me mama. I told you before that I don't like you. I hate you, okay? Next week I will bring you to the orphanage so that I will never see your face again.
She shouted while speeding down the highway while looking at me. She didn't seem to be paying attention to the road, and her driving was sudden, reckless.
What? No, Mama. Please stop saying that. You don't need to do that. I'm your son. Please, Mama.
Oh boy, I'm not your mother and you are not my son.
He was awoken by the sound of sirens. It was still raining, and he didn't have the chance to see if his mother was still okay. The grass underneath him was wet, and his clothing was damp, soaked, but not in water but blood. He suddenly saw a dark shadow guy looking towards him, behind the trees. He can't see him clearly because of the dizziness, but the shadowed guy offered his hands, and the boy closed his eyes.
Mama!
The boy woke up from his deep sleep.
Not again.
He sighs, implying that this event is not new to him.
When will it end?
He asks himself while blankly looking at his reflection.
You love her.
The shadowed guy smirked and murmured while smiling behind him. A gloomy day, like any other day of his life. On his way to work, the smell of fresh tree leaves and sunlight washed over him. Looking up the sky, thinking to himself. As he was walking by, he saw a beggar with his rag jeans and shoes that has holes in his toes.
Please lend me some money for food, mister. I'm starving.
The sad man stated. The boy then looked at his eyes. His eyes that were filled with a void and emptiness. He then got 100 pesos out of his wallet, not to mention an almost empty one. He handed it to the beggar, who replied with a smile. As he was about to resume his walk, he suddenly noticed a dozen boxes of cigarettes in the guy's backpack.
What a shame.
He said to himself. Sitting down, facing the enormous amount of paperwork, he cracked his neck and fingers.
Another day at the office.
He muttered, Heavy footprints started to fill up the sound of the room. A presumably heavy man entered the office with his cape suit and walking stick and walks through employees, with his left eyebrow raising, scanning every worker in his path. "I want you all to work. Papers on my desk at 4. No slacking unless you want your salaries to be delayed again," he shouted. As the man entered his own cubicle, the boy let out a huge sigh.
Just another day at the office.
He repeats, then proceeded to deal with his paperworks. The static noise of the television showing the latest news. President of the Philippines announced that he will make sure that employees who earn minimum wages will have incentives and additional benefits from its company. He then scoffed and talks by himself.
Additional benefits, my ass.
Then turned off the TV. Laying down, looking at the ceiling, he started to daydream about a life with a perfect house, him wearing a suit, a nice car in the garage, and a beautiful man as his husband, and how life should be. His daydreaming was interrupted by a creaking sound of his bedroom door opening. The dark shadow guy appeared.
Do you think it's possible?
He muttered.
Yes.
Shadow guy murmured again in the corner of the wall.
How so?
He asked again.
I don't know, but I know you will know the answer.
Boy looked at the shadowed guy, still lost at his thoughts.
Thank you for everything. I finished my paperwork as early as I expected.
He sighed as a relief.
It's our boss. He's calling you.
His office mate said to him. He went to the office, anxiously asking himself.
Good day, sir. How may I help you?
He smiled respectfully, hoping to ease the heavy feeling of the exchange. In the past few days, one of your office mates told me that there's an anomaly going on inside of this company, he said very calmly. Do you know about that?
With all due respect, sir, I really don't know about this issue.
He said honestly. The boss smirked, implying how his physical appearance took place at the event. Look at yourself. Are you sure you're not involved? Are you one of those people who betrayed my trust in this company?
Sir, I am very sorry, but I didn't know about this. I promise you that I'm not involved in any kind of anomalies. Please, sir, believe me.
Shut it. I don't believe people like you. I don't want to hear anything from you. You are filthy disgusting. Be thankful that you still have 1 week to work here after you betrayed me. So, get out of my office. Now! He shouted while throwing the paperwork at the face of the boy.
What did I do wrong?
He cried. He is sitting down in the dark corner of the stairs, while his cries echoes throughout the stairway.
I gave my best in this job. I worked hard. Is it because of my performance, or my voice, or my skin?
Expecting someone to answer him, the shadowed guy again mysteriously appeared.
There is nothing wrong with you.
Shadowed guy said,
I am the problem. I am.
It's a rainy Monday. He was walking the same road he was used in tracking, passing by a familiar place. He did not see the beggar. It's a silent morning for the boy, and he hates the rain. While holding the umbrella, he chuckled, remembering the beggar.
What a shame. If I was that guy, I would choose food over a dozen of cigarettes.
He chuckled again. He sighed and disappointedly shaking his head.
He chose the cigarettes.
Shadowed guy murmured. The boy stopped walking.
He chose his happiness.
Huh? Do you think that happiness will make him alive?
The boy asked.
Well, at least what's killing him makes him happy.
The boy submitted his last tasks and started to pack all of his things.
I hope you find another job. Scammer.
The girl said to him.
I'm not a scammer. Stop accusing me.
He calmly stated while moving all of his things.
Well, the boss said that you are. Besides, you are now fired, so please get out of our sights. You don't belong here, people like you. You're crazy.
The girl stared with disgust as she walks away. He sighed and went home, feeling hopeless. He went home, sad and frustrated. He doesn't know what he will do since he got fired. He has no friends nor family.
Where are you?
While looking at the blank ceiling.
Do you know that this is my faith? You know, to be like this.
You have a choice.
Shadow guy murmured at the corner of the wall.
People like me, we don't choose. 'Cause there's nothing left to choose.
The boy is fixated upon an aisle of chops and can't seem to choose what he wants to eat.
What do I want?
His concentration was severed by the sight of beauty. A young man walks past him. The smell of fresh roses and sunrise left him mesmerized.
Who is he?
Go after him.
Okay. Hi?
He shyly greeted the man.
Oh, hi there. You scared me.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. What is it that I can do for you?
Nothing, I just want to say hi.
Do you want my number? The young man was shocked. He didn't expect this to go well.
Sure, can I?
The two exchanged numbers and went on their own separate ways. As months had passed, he and the guy talked and talked and talked. They've now become more than friends. He then decided to invite him over.
We need to clean. It has to be perfect. Everything has to be perfect.
Calm down. It's just a guy.
Guy? He's the first guy I've been with. I don't want to mess this up. Do I look okay?
Looking at his face and body, he lays his sight in the colors of his skin.
He's here. Holy.
As he turned the doorknob, he could hear his heart trying to jump out of his chest. Behind the door, he gazed upon the beauty that once mesmerized him. He can't seem to believe it. Once in his life, something went right.
Is this okay? I try to cook, but I'm not a great chef.
Embarrassed of the food he made, he then gave her food. His eyes were concerned. Oh, I gotta take this. Then got his phone off the table, making it seem he didn't want him to see who was calling.
Can I use your bathroom?
Sure. Do you think he's fine?
I don't know. Is he? Well, 5 out of 10.
He then walks towards the bathroom door. About to knock, he was interrupted by hearing a conversation going on at the other side of the door.
I said I'm fine. I'm gonna pay you back. In promise. Just make sure that you'll give me my pills later.
The guy said while trying to stay quiet.
I know. I will pay you back as soon as possible. I'm just getting money right now. These guys that I've been planning to scam on some decent cash. Not that much, but it's enough.
He added with a bit of a laugh.
Don't worry. This guy is skinny and pale and small. He can hurt me. I just go and tell him of what he wants, and while he's sleeping, I get what I won. Okay, bye.
He then sounds like he hangs up the phone and preparing to get out of the bathroom. Unknowingly, the boy is at the front of the bathroom door, frozen in place due to confusion. As he was turning the doorknob, he found out that he's there. He heard it all. He has this shocked look on his face.
You're just like them. You're using me.
He said while looking past him.
It's not like that. I promised.
He nervously laughed.
I heard you. Get out. You didn't love me. You took me for granted. You left me all alone. You deserve to die. You deserve to rot in hell, Mom.
He cries while shouting.
Mom?
He wondered while sweating.
Get out. Get out now.
The young man then hurriedly runs outside the apartment, even leaving his stuff. The shadow guy appeared in front of him.
You're never good enough.
The shadow figure stated,
You're so pathetic.
You are not my son.
You don't belong here. You're crazy.
"Get out of my office. Now!"
Die. Die, my son.
You have a choice.
The boy looked at him. Then he is looking to the knife.
I have.
He smiled and took a long breath, just to slip away from getting free from all the agony. He put the knife on his wrist and he gave a deep cut to himself. Lying on the floor, eyes closed and blood flowing freely, he felt no pain, other than the pain on his heart. The shadowed guy is now slowly fading away, and before he leaves a message to the boy.
You are free to choose, but the choices you make will determine your destiny.
Shadowed guy smiled,
You chose to stay in your past.
and eventually disappeared.
What did I do?
He shakily said. The shadowed guy then replied,
And what choice is that?
The shadowed guy, for the last time, slowly disappears, bit by bit, flowing through the air and nowhere to be seen.
Wait, who are you?
The shadow guy bid his goodbye.
Mother, I'm finally here. Mom, look what I got for you.
Oh, sweetie. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Mom, you smell like daisies.